Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Raw recap.
Look what I can do, Ma. Look what I can do.
Welcome to the Raw recap,
Yeah.
brought to you by the Smack Raw podcast. I am your host, Katie Baby.
Baby.
And I'm joined by whatever the hell Kevin is doing. Kevin Crazy.
Patting my head and rubbing my belly. That's what I was doing. It was a lot of fun.
But why?
Why not?
Touche. Okay. That's fine.
Because it felt good.
Okay. I can't with you sometimes. So we are a...
What?
What are you doing?
Go ahead. Knocking stuff over. It's no big deal. The show must go on, Katie.
I know, and that's what I'm getting at.
You're in charge here.
We are a wrestling podcast recap, what have you. You can find us live for the Raw, SmackDown, and AEW recaps on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. You can find the NXT recaps on our personal Twitch, which is twitch.tv/SmackDrawPodcast. Please stop that, Kevin. I host that. It's great.
Whatever.
Okay. If you miss a live stream, we have the video form of the podcast up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. The button came up again. I'm just going to throw it back up. There you go. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Like, the newest UWO is up on our YouTube channel right now. Let's go check it out. It was actually really entertaining.
Bruh, that show was fire. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
I know you were there for a minute at least last night when it was on.
I was there for the whole thing.
Did you watch the whole show?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, me too. It was really, really good.
It was great.
I love it. Those guys have a great dynamic. RN going off on Natty just like I thought he would was a pretty good highlight of the whole show. That was funny.
It's always a good time. And the fact that we bullied Kyle into making that happen. And that's all that matters. Guys, we got the show we wanted. The people wanted RN, TC, and Reek. And we made it happen. Hashtag bully Kyle.
We did. And I'm really glad we did because it was a really good show. What's that?
I said hashtag bully Kyle.
Yes, it works. Let's bully him some more.
I think we have to. For what? I don't know.
Yep.
But you can find the audio form.
Whatever we want.
Oh, okay. I'm realizing that I'm delayed on your end.
Yeah, a little.
So I gotta give myself time for you to respond to me.
I'm that important.
You're not, but I don't like talking over people. You can find the audio form of the podcast basically anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you don't like to watch podcasts or you don't like to listen, but you still want to consume some wrestling content, use your peepers. Go on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check out their articles. They got some premium content over there. Go support your wrestling writers.
Premium
Yeah?
content.
There we go. Okay. Go support them. And Kevin, where can they go to support us?
Patreon. But it's www.patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast.
There you go.
There's different things that we can get for different amounts of money. You can get some stickers.
Mhm.
You can get some T-shirts.
Mhm.
I got some stickers. See, I even put some stickers up here.
Oh, there you go.
Yonder. Yeah. So those ones, there's other ones you can get. T-shirts. See, she's got some. There you go. There you go. You can be on our UWO that we were just talking about. Maybe we can bully Kyle into getting those guys to be back on, and they can pick on your opinions. RN definitely will if you have anything nice to say about Natalia. So we'll even give you some advertising. Ask D-Rod.
Yeah, that's true. We did
Tears.
tears. We did promote D-Rod's Twitch for the entire month of September. That was fun. We started the
Yes.
naked streamer thing. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a good time. But yeah, if you subscribe to the $25 tier, you can get all the stuff Kevin just mentioned, and that includes the stickers. You can do the shout out or the video unpopular wrestling opinion that'll be featured on the show, the shirt, all that jazz, you know. Are you ready to talk about Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you are. Sure. You're in charge, remember?
I am in charge. I'm the youngest person on the show. I'm in charge. Makes the most sense. Overall, how'd you like Raw? Or did you like Raw, I should say?
For going home show, especially for a pay-per-view like Fastlane, that's kind of obviously a build towards WrestleMania. I thought it was decent, especially like the top card of Raw is actually really pretty dope when you stop and think about it right now, with the Hurt Business, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, well, now the New Day, even you could argue are right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that stuff's really good. I like it a lot, it's kind of the rest of Raw that's kind of a little questionable most of the time, but that's consistently really good. And we got a lot of that tonight,
Yeah, the majority of Raw was played out by the quote unquote main event players. So a lot of Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, even a little bit of the Miz. Miz showed up quite a bit.
Yep. I kind of like the role that he's playing where he's like almost like spoiler for like one of them, or whoever's fighting. He's like, yeah, you're right. You'll just pick a side randomly. And all of a sudden he's taking advantage of the fact that those two dudes were fighting each other.
Yep.
Like, it's just perfect, like backhanded heel shit. It's so good.
It's perfect Miz.
Yep.
So we kicked off Raw with Bobby Lashley in the ring and MVP, of course, saying we have officially entered the almighty era. Basically the same stuff they were saying last week. Bobby proved everyone wrong. He destroyed Drew McIntyre at the Chamber, and then he's going to destroy him in the main event at Mania, because it is official that we are going to see Bobby Lashley take on Drew McIntyre at Mania.
Yes.
For the WWE Championship. Will it actually be the main event? I don't know. They're advertising it right now. Things could change.
Wouldn't you think there's going to be two main events for Mania because it's like 2 nights? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I was thinking, is that, excuse me, one of the main events would be one of the men's titles, and then the other one would be one of the women's titles. That's what I thought it would be.
See, I've had this discussion with many people, especially with D-Rod when he came on, and it was just me and him. That was an experience, let me tell you.
I can only imagine.
I want not Bailey, Bianca and Sasha to main event the first night of Mania. How they're building it now, no. Because they're having them do this
it's not great,
stupid
right
tag team stuff. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone who lost their mind when I found out that it was going to be Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda in the main event of Mania. I lost my mind
Yeah.
because that was
Oh, I
iconic.
can imagine. Oh yeah, that was a huge moment for women's wrestling, generally speaking, and it was awesome.
Exactly. And like,
You know,
granted,
uh,
the names in it, because Ronda Rousey. I'll say what I said last night in the chat. Ronda's trash. You can hate me all you want for it. Say it's an unpopular wrestling opinion. Ronda's wrestling was kind of trash. All she did was judo throws and arm bars and a few knee strikes. That's all I'm going to say about that. But
hater. No,
I'm not a
I'm just
hater. I'm
playing.
just saying my opinion. But
Well, it's
no,
trash.
so based off of how things are playing out on Raw right now, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to get Bobby and Drew possibly make it a triple threat with Sheamus. I don't know how Fastlane will go. That'll be the main event of night 1. And then Roman Edge Mania main event number 2.
Yeah, I bet you're probably right.
Because
I bet you're probably right about that.
Roman and Edge is the more compelling story. And like, I barely watch SmackDown, but like, Edge, Roman, come on.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that they're the bigger draw. I don't even know that they're the more compelling story for me of what's going on currently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I would say that the Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley is, I'm way more invested in that. Like, don't get me wrong, Edge, Roman Reigns, I'm all in on that too. I'm not, I'm not trying to like, bury it, but like, just like, especially after tonight, all those dynamics going on, even with like Sheamus and the Miz kind of on the side, giving it a little extra spice. It's really, really good.
Well, you brought up Miz, so as Bobby's talking about how he's gonna destroy Drew in the main event of Mania, Miz and Morrison come out saying, "Oh, we're just here to congratulate you." Miz says that he was proud to share the ring with Bobby and saying that our budding rivalry isn't over yet. All the great rivalries had their match at Mania, and he laid out Hulk and Andre.
Jesus.
Who else did he say? Austin and Rock.
I miss
Good.
I miss like the very, very beginning of Raw. I like the first 5 minutes. That's all I missed.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, that's basically what Miz was saying, and then he does a Stone Cold impression, saying like, if you think Miz and Bobby Lashley should be the main event of Mania, give me a hell yeah. And then Morrison does a oh hell yeah to the camera, and it's awful. It was ridiculous, and I loved it.
But can we talk about Morrison's hair for a second? Because holy
what was
shit.
his hair?
I don't know. It was like, it reminded me of like a Chihuahua, Beavis and Butthead, and a mullet all together in one place somehow.
It's a very good merging of characters to create that. I would agree. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but I was like, dude, you are trying to make one hell of a statement with your hair. Like almost kind of Jerry curl too, but not really.
Yeah.
Like,
it was weird.
It was all over the place. But anyway,
man.
that's all I need to say about it.
That's all right. And before I keep talking about this, and I hate that I've delved so many different ways on this already, this really just like hit me like while I was watching Raw with all of the Stone Cold stuff that kept popping up, mainly with R-Truth later in the night.
Oh.
It's been a year since lockdowns started happening and the pandemic really closed everything, because I was supposed to be at the 316 Monday Night Raw in Pittsburgh. I was supposed to be there.
That sucks.
And and it like kind of just like hit me while I was watching. I was just like, oh, that's rough. It really has been a year, hasn't it?
Oh, no. Tell me about it, man, because the other day, like some Facebook memories came up about me, being like, yo, Dynamite next week. I can't wait. And then No.
It's
You know, so yeah, I'm right there with you, you know.
it's not a fun time. But now there are vaccines coming
No.
out, so hopefully things get better soon.
Yep.
Because this is not the time or place to talk about that. But it just reminded me because 316 is in like 20 minutes
Yeah.
while we're recording this. But when this goes up on YouTube, it'll be the National 316, Stone Cold Day. Fun
Bam,
times.
bam, 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 bam. There he is.
There he is. If you're watching the video, you
Yep.
can see Kev's poster of Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on, Miz goes on to say that he wasn't 100% for his match because he had to defend it twice in one night. The usual things. And then Drew comes out, walks right past Miz and Morrison, goes into the ring.
That's so dope.
I loved it. He didn't even
That
glance, nothing.
not even a single acknowledgement.
Nope.
It
He
was so good.
walks right into the ring, tells Lashley, "Listen, we've had similar paths. We're both the hardest workers in the room. We had opportunities pass us by constantly. We both left WWE. We came back, started at the bottom." And then Drew goes on to say, "Well, I beat Brock Lesnar in 5 minutes at the main event of Mania. You had to beat me up and make a deal." And then he's right.
Yeah, as you say, he's not wrong.
He's 100% correct.
Yeah.
And Drew turns to MVP and is like, "Well, why are you here? I know I asked this before, and it was you were the puppet master, Frankenstein's monster, and
Yeah.
you were talking for him." And Drew brings up a good point. Lashley can talk for himself now. I mean, kind of more than he could before, but he can. Is it?
He probably
good?
shouldn't.
Well, I mean, MVP is great. MVP is a great mouthpiece to have
Oh yeah.
alongside Lashley. But
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, well, and with the other two dudes too, with Benjamin and Alexander, like,
yeah,
those dudes, none of them should be talking that much. It should be MVP.
exactly. And then, Jesus.
Hang on a second. I will be right back. I can hear my dog scratching at the door because he wants a drink really bad, and he's not going to stop until I let him out. But I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, Kev. So Drew says, "Well, I gotta worry about Sheamus at Fastlane because apparently they have a match. Because why is Fastlane happening? I don't know. More pay-per-views to build up to Mania, I guess. Mania's a month away." And Miz is like, "Well, you need to." You're back? You good?
Sorry about that. Yeah. He's happily slurping away his water right now.
Okay, good.
You might even be able to hear it. I'm not sure.
If I can, that's alright. Miz says, "Well, you need to worry about me." And Drew just calls Lashley a big bald bitch, and I cracked
Oh my God.
up.
Yo, the balls. It took such balls, to like, because like Bobby Lashley, like, he's the only dude that like looks like he could actually beat the shit out of Drew McIntyre legitimately,
Yeah.
And like Drew McIntyre's like, "What, bitch?" Like, literally, like, "You are a big bald bitch."
I think it was funny.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
And that causes, Lashley to attack Drew. And as Lashley is walking, like, he gets out of the ring after he's done beating him up, Miz starts beating up Drew because it's the Miz. And as Lashley makes it to the top of the ramp, Sheamus comes out of nowhere and just wrecks Lashley. And then that all ends. Like, there was a lot happening.
There really was. There really, really was. But you know what? I liked it. I liked it. It was a really dense segment, but like planted the seeds. I mean, some of these seeds have already been planted, but like it makes a lot of different possibilities possible. I guess,
Yeah, you're
to
right.
in the title picture, especially going towards into WrestleMania, which is cool. Questions like that are awesome. This time of year.
Yeah, and after that happens, we get an interview with Sheamus saying, "Well, I don't want Drew at 90%. I want him at 100 so he can stop complaining." And Bobby's getting in my business. I want Lashley tonight, and I'm gonna show Drew what he won't be able to do at Mania. Which, talking about balls, that's got some, Sheamus got some balls saying that about Lashley.
Yeah, that was.
Just saying.
Yeah. No, for real. That's all three of those dudes, man. Holy shit, they're no joke.
No, not at all. They're scary. And then that leads straight into Drew taking on Miz. Miz tries his best in the beginning to take it to Drew. It doesn't take long for Drew to overcome that. Morrison.
I think this is.
Go ahead.
This is legitimately, I think, the hardest I've seen the Miz try in a match, kayfabe wise, in a long time. But man, did he put in the effort at the beginning? Holy shit! You were like, "Whoa, he's really gonna go at it." He doesn't have some kind of ulterior motive or plan or whatever. He's just like, it seemed like he was just honestly trying to win the match.
He was. And
yeah.
Morrison tries to grab Drew's foot. That doesn't work. And then he takes his sunglasses and throws them at Drew's back. And Drew steps on the sunglasses. And then the ref's just like, "No, you gotta go," to Morrison. Are you okay?
I love the sunglasses. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna keep going.
I got a lot going on apparently.
You keep like glitching
world.
and everything, so I'm just gonna
I'm
keep
okay
going.
though.
Kevin.
Huh? I'm here.
Okay, you weren't for a second.
No, I get it.
It's fine.
I'm gonna beat my kid. It's fine.
Don't say that.
It's fine. I'll put him up for adoption if I need to. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. All right. Anyways, Oh, actually, before Morrison gets basically banned from ringside, he saves Miz from eating a claymore. Then he gets banned, and then obviously Drew and Miz put on a pretty good match. And I thought this was really clever. Drew puts the Hurt Lock on Miz for the win.
And it was a nasty looking Hurt Lock too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was basically a slap.
No,
in the
that
face
was definitely. He
Lashley.
was. Yeah, it was just obviously a message. And dude, oh,
Message sent.
I can't wait. Yeah, for sure.
Following that, we get Braun in the ring demanding Shane McMahon come out and talk to him, prompting Shane to come out. This whole segment's stupid, so I'm just gonna burn through it. I'm gonna put all of the Braun Shane stuff together. I don't care if I'm going out of order, but I'm over it.
It just wasn't that good.
It's not good, and I'm
just
awful. It's awful is what it is.
Yeah.
So Shane comes out.
What's up, Justin? In the chat.
What's up, Justin? And D-Bat Kinson 1981. Hello. I can't read. This is hard for me to read at an angle. I gotta get a new setup.
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually.
I hear you, man.
Shane says, I have no idea why you have a problem with me. And then Braun goes on to say, well, people like you used to bully me because I didn't have money. I didn't grow up in a mansion, which, same. But, like, that's where we're going with this. We're going with the...
Yeah, this is...
The Shane's a wealthy, rich kid, which we knew because he's a McMahon. And
Mhm.
like that's I
He's
don't know.
he's only been on TV for like almost 30 years because of his name, basically.
Literally, Shane has been on TV longer than I've been alive. Let's put it that way.
There you go. I remember Shane when I first started watching wrestling, when I was young, and he looked young. Like,
Yeah.
he does not look young anymore.
And so this back and forth continues between the two of them. Braun says, "Oh, you fumbled over your words so much because you were scared of me, you fear me, and you wanted to challenge me to a match. Well, I'm going to challenge you." Then Shane goes on to say, "Well, you know what? Fine. You want a match, you got it. Stupid is stupid does. It's going to be Brain versus Braun," which I
uh,
and,
whatever, Shane.
and we're just going to go straight into their match because I can't. You can't even call it a match. There was no start.
So dumb. This just what the fuck was the point of this whole thing? This is the kind of shit that you get on Raw that you're just like, what did I watch this for? Especially after all the shit that we had right before that was like just fire and really, really good. And you're like, Shane McMahon versus fucking Braun Strowman.
So
What the fuck?
this match did not happen. I'm going to preface this. Shane comes out
Yeah, that's
first, and then
true.
Shane immediately gets out of the ring. He's like, "Hold on, now I gotta warm up." Does some steps, does some push-ups, which nice form on the push-up, Shane. Gotta say. Does some
Yeah, he
jumping
was doing
jacks.
them shits on his knuckles.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
actually a little
Push-ups on the
impressive.
knuckles? No fucking
Yeah,
thank you. I can
yeah,
barely do normal push-ups, but
yeah,
no,
me too.
no. Okay, and then uh, Shane walks the other side of the ring on the outside and is like, "Well, you talked about schoolyard bullies and stuff. Well, I got hopscotch." And he does the hopscotch and he's like, "Well, I can warm up and it can teach you how to count." What the fuck is going on?
Bruh, I don't know. It's so weird. It's just like, okay, Shane McMahon, we get it. The joke is you think Braun Strowman is stupid. Like, can you lay it on any more thick? Like,
Oh, it gets worse. Don't you worry,
I
folks.
know.
Um, so after he says that comment, Braun's like, "Enough." Gets out of the ring, tries to chase Shane around, catches him, whoops Shane's ass a little bit on the outside, is doing like the Strowman Express thing where he like gets speed and like runs around the ring and tries to knock someone out. And Shane grabs a camera and just bashes it over Braun's head, which that looked nasty,
Yeah, it did. It did.
I will say.
I was
And
surprised they had a spot like that, to be honest with you, because I was like, that's risky hitting people in the head like that with anything.
yeah, it definitely. But I'm also not surprised because it's Shane, and Shane does crazy stuff like that all the time.
That's true.
And so he continues to beat up Braun Strowman, which a sentence I never thought I'd say, with the camera and his fists, lays him on the table, hits the classic elbow drop off the top rope through the announce table, which I will always love that spot.
Yeah, that spot was dope, and he hit it perfectly,
He
man. I mean,
did.
it really that. Man, that's the thing. Like back in the day, vintage Shane McMahon was pretty dope, honestly.
He was
Like he like his coast to coast, one of the
amazing.
best I've ever seen. So good.
Oh my god,
And he was
fire.
also just probably just as almost as crazy as Jeff Hardy, really.
And
So
thinking back, yeah, Shane was crazy.
yeah. No, he really, really was. I mean, I would still say I think Jeff Hardy
A little more.
had a little bit more disregard for his body, but Shane definitely didn't give a shit.
No,
You know.
Shane didn't care, but Jeff Hardy was like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't care, but I'm willing to die for it." He like upped
Yeah.
the stake just a little more.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
after,
Well,
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I don't know, man. That one fall that Shane took with that match with Blackman when he fell off of the lighting and shit. That dude, yeah. I mean, like, Christ, how
I
did he
mean,
not die?
Jeff also jumped off basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I get it. But um
Anyway,
after
that's a whole other discussion.
that's another podcast.
Yeah.
After Shane hits the elbow drop, he gets slime, green paint from underneath the ring.
Nickelodeon.
I didn't know I was watching the Kids' Choice Awards. That was on Saturday, my
Right?
guy. What are we doing?
Nickelodeon. That's all I could think of
That's
was
immediately
Nickelodeon.
what I thought of. I was like, why is he sliming Braun Strowman right now?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah,
first of all, jealous. I always wanted to get slimed as a child.
Right.
But, like, what is this feud? Why are we having this?
I don't know.
We have this on TV, yet where's Andrade? Where's Aleister Black?
Going to AEW probably.
Andrade asked for his release and was not granted
I know.
it, and Aleister Black wanted to go to NXT, and they said, no. So, shady.
I can't imagine that either one of them wants to stick around at WWE.
No.
I wouldn't want to if I were them.
They're both
Fuck
fantastic
that.
talent, and they're basically getting paid to sit at home, and like that sucks. And like that's not a drag on like me being an AEW mark or an AEW stan being like, go to AEW. No, I want these guys to just wrestle. I don't care what promotion, TV show, company they work for. These guys need to wrestle.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Jesus, they could be. I mean, Aleister Black never saw any. I don't think, especially after his move to the main roster. Obviously, what did he do? He didn't do a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had those dope promos about knocking on my door or whatever for a minute, but then like that felt like that went on for too long. Yep. At least Andrade like did something. You know what I mean? That's like true. He had the United States Championship for a while, you know, and all that sort of thing. Yeah. But like, yeah, dude, he could. Though both those guys could be top guys with the right kind of booking, you know, and.
It's sad.
We'll see. It's sad. Well, Keith Lee too. What's up with him? Where's he?
I think Keith Lee like got legit injured at one point.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but last I heard he was legit injured. That's why he got pulled from the Triple Threat.
Oh.
At whatever that makes sense. That was Elimination Chamber.
Oh, speaking of things like that, Big Swole in the AEW. She was out for months because she apparently suffers from Crohn's disease and had a flare up from that. And she actually was on Elevation or whatever it's called tonight. So she made her return. Yeah.
I didn't watch. I had to take notes for Rock.
I watched. I thought that it was only an hour long. That was part of the reason why I fucking missed the first 5 minutes of Raw. Like, I thought it was just from 7 to 8. So I was just chilling. And I was like, wait a minute, it's getting really close to 8. And they're talking about this fucking main event. And I thought so-and-so was. And then I looked at the clock and it was like 5 after 8. And I was like, oh, damn. So I switched Raw on.
I mean, I do want to go back and watch it. But it's a lot of wrestling. There's a lot.
No, it really is.
Just between WWE and AEW, there's so much wrestling that I don't have time to watch. I'm one.
No, I hear you.
It's too much.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, like I said, I figured if it was an hour before Raw, I was like, fuck it. That's not a big commitment. You know, I'm already going to watch wrestling, you know, but if it's screw you, I'm not doing it if it's that.
There was 15 matches on Elevation, apparently.
Holy shit.
That's like their typical dark card, too.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Like that, though. But like now I understand 8 like dark and now Elevation's like their NXT, I guess.
Yeah, it's
so
developmental.
I get it, but, like, developmental. I get it, but like, damn, it's a lot. All right, we're like already half an hour in, and we have barely covered.
Yeah, we're on some weird tangents. Hey, you know what? You know what though? Not for nothing. At least they were wrestling related. You know,
that's true.
Most of the time, they like we're talking about flip flops or some shit.
I don't think we've ever talked about flip flops.
Well, we will a little later, probably.
I hope not. Anyways,
you know why?
we get our truth. We're going back to the beginning of Raw now because I just had to get the Shane Braun stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
We
all
see
good.
our truth back. Oh, we see Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Lana, and Naomi backstage, and our truth comes up to them, decked out in Austin 316 gear.
Oh, he looked dope as shit, didn't he?
He did, and he's basically like living the Austin gimmick, and offers them a drink, and they're like, "We have a tag match, so we can't." Thanks, though. He downs the whole thing himself, and then just walks off. You gotta love our truth.
Oh yeah, he warms my heart.
He does.
He's so relatable, and he's just such a goofy guy that you're just like, just be around our truth. You make everything just a little bit better.
We love our truth.
Yeah.
And
I can't say enough good stuff about him.
We can't. He's great. Our truth is the GOAT.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So after that segment, we do get that tag match. So it is Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke taking on Naomi and Lana. Nia and Shayna are on commentary. And the match itself is fine. Lots of back and forth. What are you going to say?
Nothing. My computer came up with a couple of things. I was just trying to...
You got close to the mic, and it looked like you were going to say something. Damn it.
No, I hear you. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So, match is going on. It's a relatively short match. And during the match, Asuka comes out. Now, we haven't seen Asuka in like 3 weeks after Shayna kicked her teeth out, quite literally.
Yo, I heard rumors that she might have been out till or after Mania and stuff, like just a couple days ago. Yeah. So I really popped when her music came on because I was like, oh shit, she will be available for Mania. All right,
I mean, I think Reek put in the chat earlier that Asuka was clear for tonight.
Maybe he did and I missed it. If Reek did, I'm sorry, Reek. I will give you credit. You're awesome.
Reek is a nice guy.
Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure you're right.
He definitely. I'm remembering checking right now. I'm checking it.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
I know you believe me, but I'm just gonna do it. They're also just going on some nice tangents in the chat right now. I'm just gonna scroll past those, go back up. Come on. Asuka is cleared. Fire emojis. She'll be on Raw tonight. Shout out to Reek Havoc.
I think I even responded to it. I think I even responded to it like dope or something like that.
Nice is what you said.
Yeah.
Worse. I pull out receipts, damn it. I don't let anything go unnoticed.
I'm not trying to take. I'm just fucking stoned all the time. What do you want from me?
You shut up. That's what.
You're in charge here.
I am in charge. You're damn right. Because girls get it done. Like this whole segment. Asuka comes out, and Shayna's on commentary, and she's like, no. I got this. Takes off her headset, gives Nia her title, runs at Asuka. Asuka said, nope. Kicks her in the head, starts beating her down. Unofficial GM Adam Pearce, Jamie Noble, and the ginger GM, whose name I can't remember.
Ginger GM.
It's the one that Nia put through the table.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his name is.
I don't either, but
Please
I know who you're talking about.
Breathe, Kev.
I'm okay. I need to get some water. You know what? I'll get some water. I can still hear you. I'll be out in my kitchen.
You go get your water. I'm gonna keep talking to the people.
Girl, we got this.
Jesus
Teamwork makes the dream.
This is what I deal with, guys. You still hear him cough in the distance. But after the officials pull Asuka off Shayna, it takes us back to the ring, and Mandy ends up getting the tag on Dana. Dana hits a spinning neckbreaker, which was beautiful, by the way. Dana and Mandy have both improved so much.
Oh my god.
I love it for. I love that for them. And
Yeah.
that gets the and she does it on Lana. That gets the win. So, with the women's tag titles, they're being defended on Sunday at Fastlane against Sasha and Bianca because God forbid they're actual tag teams for the women's division. It's none of my business. Um
Yeah, stupid.
and I'm also going to preface this, if either Nia wins the SmackDown title on Friday or Sasha and Bianca win the titles at Fastlane, I'm done. I'm done. I'm so sick of double champions, especially in the women's
I'm
division.
not into it either. I was into it when Sasha and Bailey did it right at first for like a week. It was kind of cool, you know. But Jesus, WWE did oversaturate us with double champs.
They did it with
because
Becky.
Keith Lee was doing it too.
They did it with Becky first.
Yeah.
Keith Lee dropped it the next week, which was smart. I like that
Yes.
they did that. So he literally he said the next come that Wednesday, he was like, I don't need both. He dropped the NA title. Boom. That's what I wanted. Becky's
that was
fine
perfect.
because it was the first time in a while, and it was like the first for like the women. Bailey and Sasha's was okay. Like that got like convoluted, and then you decided with Asuka, and I just don't know.
I guess no, that's what I'm trying to say too. Is that I don't know that I'm necessarily against it, like in a vacuum, if you will. But WWE just over the last couple years has just done it way too goddamn much. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the only problem.
It's ridiculous. But speaking of tag titles, well, okay, so before the tag team title match, we get the New Day and Riddle backstage.
Oh, one thing I wanted to say about the women's match. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I dig what they're doing with Naomi and Lana, like with the matching gear and giving them like their own entrance together and shit like that. I'd like to see him win a match or two though, you know.
Well, I mean, they won not that long ago.
Yeah, that's true. They did.
But
I appreciate that they're trying to make them look like an actual tag team is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you could also say the same for Mandy and Dana.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's just I can go on for days about the women's division in every.
No, I know.
So, in the box, Kev, in the box.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's nice to notice the good things. That's all I mean.
I know, but you're gonna put me on another tangent, and this is already gonna be one of the longest recaps. So in the box.
I know. Okay.
So we get
anyway,
Stoner and Riddle backstage, and
Stoner champ. I want a stallion myself.
Stoner champ rides up to the New Day. He's like,
I
wish you guys luck on his stallion. It's a scooter. It's a new scooter. It's different from the one last week. What? Just let me talk.
We'll say the right thing.
I said stallion, Kevin. And then I was
Wild Stallions. That's Bill and Ted.
I know. Let me talk. Oh, Kevin.
You're in charge here. Go ahead.
I'm about to kick you and do it myself. He wishes them luck in their tag match, saying, well, when you guys win and when I win, we can go get matching tattoos and do all, like, get new scooters and ride off in the sunset and our stallions. It's basically just stoner stuff, and I mean,
so good.
Whatever.
I loved it. I loved it.
I know you do, Kevin, because you relate so well.
I really do. I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, in New Day, I think works really well with Riddle because, like, they're supposed to be like gamer dudes. That's stoner adjacent. You know what I mean? And you know, Riddle's made a lot of references to playing video games and shit. So they've riffed on that a little bit themselves, and they're both like just super excitable about really dumb shit. I mean, I am too. Go figure.
I know.
You know,
Crazy.
I mean, I'm a goddamn blue cheese stand for Christ's
We
sake.
are not getting into
So
that conversation right now, Kevin. No, I
that was just
refuse.
an example of the ridiculousness is the point I'm making. So that's why I can relate to calling a fucking scooter a stallion and thinking that it's hilarious. Blue cheese is
Moving
better than ranch
on
for
to the
sure.
tag match itself for the tag titles. New Day and Hurt Business have a great chemistry. The match, awesome. And it legitimately took a Trouble in
Blue
Paradise,
cheese bomb.
a Trouble in Paradise,
Blue cheese bomb.
and an elbow off the top, and then Daybreak on Benjamin
Yeah.
for us to see the new and 11-time tag team champions, the New Day.
Yeah, no, this was dope. I was happy about it.
I didn't expect it.
Just, I didn't expect it, but like, I think we've talked about this on the recap, on Raw recap. Like, who else is there on Raw
Well,
tag team wise?
let
I know.
Let me tell you, Kevin, what a good transition. Thank you so much.
Yeah, right. See, I pay attention to things.
Yeah,
I
Kevin
know what
helps out.
chemistry means.
Kevin helps. So New Day wins. They're celebrating. AJ Styles music hits, and he comes out to the ring with almost, his behemoth of a man bodyguard. I can't remember.
Almost. He is a behemoth.
I can't remember the word AJ called him. It's gonna bother me. I should have wrote it down. But they come out. AJ's like, "Hey, congrats, boys. You know, you guys are doing great." But Almost and I were like, "Well, we should be the Raw Tag Team Champions." And Mania's coming up. I don't have anything to do. So we are officially challenging you for the Raw Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. And that prompts Kofi to get a mic, which Xavier Woods is acting in this the whole time. Perfect.
Holy shit.
Because
this was dope.
Not that long ago, I don't remember how many weeks ago, almost legitimately almost killed Xavier Woods by like just grabbing him by the neck and just slamming him on the other side of the barricade on the cement. There's probably a mat there, but like on the cement. Kayfabe cement.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless.
It was still a scary spot, though.
Still
Holy
scary.
crap.
Still terrifying. Yeah. Xavier Woods is like my height, and I'm 5'3". Amos is like 8'7".
Xavier Woods is that short?
He looks it compared to Almost, at least.
Well, okay, fair. Everybody looks it compared to Almost. But I was like, what? He's gotta be taller than that.
I'm gonna look up.
Xavier. No, I'm gonna guess he's like average height for a dude, which is like.
There's 5'10". No way. He's 5'11". That's insanity.
No, that's about how tall I am. I'm like 5'10", 5'11".
Just compared to everybody, he looks short. But I love. No, Xavier Woods. It doesn't even matter.
I hear you. I'm just saying, like, and like I said, I mean, Almost was he's like 7 foot tall, like literally man. Almost. Like
he's a big man.
Everybody looks tiny compared to him.
That's true. So the whole time while AJ and Almost are talking, Xavier Woods' expression is just like anger. He wants at Almost. Kofi's kind of holding him back. And then after AJ officially challenges them, Kofi grabs a mic and is like, "Are y'all officially a tag team? Do y'all know how to work as a team? You want your match at Mania?" Or no. Then Xavier Woods grabs the mic. He's like, "You want your match, big man? You got it."
Yeah.
I love Xavier Woods.
It was dope. It was really dope.
I have been saying for years that Xavier Woods is the most underrated part of New Day. And it sucks, but I like now that I hate that they split them up in general, but I like that even when Kofi got hurt and Xavier had to face basically all of Retribution, except Reckoning because WWE are chickens.
But they should have let it happen. God
Should have
damn
let
it!
it happen.
It could still happen.
It still could happen.
And it should.
As it should. But
Yes.
no, Xavier Woods is just he's great.
No, I hear what you mean, and like I think this run that he's on currently is really showing what you're saying about him. Like he's a workhorse, man. Like he carried that whole storyline on his back, basically.
He did.
At least from the side of the New Day, you know.
Yeah.
And he made it believable. He's killer on the mic. Like I didn't realize how good he was on the mic. And he's decent in the ring, you know. And then yeah, I mean, anything they've asked him to do, he's just done it.
He's
you know. And yeah, he's done really well. And I like that they, speaking of the New Day split up thing, I like how they kind of did it like as a soft split up, you know.
Mhm.
So like anytime that those dudes cross paths or whatever right now, it's like, yo, I remember you, you know what I mean? Like at the Rumble and shit like that. That was dope. So I gotta think that they're gonna do like a New Day spot at Mania.
Oh, they
They've
will.
gotta, right?
They will.
Yeah.
Especially because they're both like they're gonna have a match and E's gonna have a match. So, but one last thing in this this segment, there's one last thing I caught like briefly before I move on, is after they're all done talking and whoever's music's playing, I think it's AJ's. AJ throws the mic to Xavier Woods, like just kind of like at him. Kofi snatches it real quick and yeets it back. It was so subtle, but it was one of the coolest things that caught my eye.
I must have missed it.
Like, cause
cool.
it was so quick. AJ threw it. Kofi like stuck his hand in front of Woods, caught it, tossed it back. It was beautiful.
Fucking ninja, I guess. Damn, I totally didn't see it.
So moving on to Miz and Morrison backstage. Miz is obviously beat up and hurt, and they're walking backstage, and they run into Bad Bunny and Damian Priest.
Yes.
You know, Bad Bunny, Grammy Award winner, 24/7 champion. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Well, not anymore. And this...
Oh, he set the record straight tonight.
Oh, he did. He did. And this led to a confrontation because the history of Bad Bunny and Miz from Rumble. Miz saying, "You wish you had my talent." And he's like, "Well, you were a Grammy Award winner." And like he lists all of Bad Bunny's accomplishments. And then Damian Priest is like, he steps up for Bad Bunny because Damian Priest is awesome and they're friends. Miz goes, "Well, what championships or awards have you won?" And Damian Priest is like, "Listen, I may not have your achievements right now, but give it time." Yeah. And then he gets in Miz's face. Miz and Morrison walk away, leading to Truth trying to hit Bad Bunny over the head with a Austin 316 lunchbox. And he has the hardcore, or like the Stone Cold replica belt. And he's
so good.
He offers that belt to Bad Bunny, a little My Adam Cole plush. It's the same thing except Stone Cold. The lunchbox itself, and all
there was a beer in the lunchbox.
There was beer that he gave to Damian Priest. And
yeah. There you go.
Bad Bunny's like, "Well, what do you want for all of this?" And Truth's like, "I just want my baby back," referring to the 24/7 title. And Bad Bunny, being the nice man he is, says, "You know what? You deserve this." And he gives R-Truth back the 24/7 title.
This was a moment.
It's been a while since Truth has had it. And so immediately, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest walk off camera. R-Truth holds it, and immediately Drew Gulak and I think it was Humberto Carrillo,
I think so too,
dash at Truth, miss him, and then it's just we get the dash again.
Off to the races. So good. I'm so glad R-Truth has that belt back. Like, that's where it fucking belongs, man. It's so good. I love it.
It's great.
Everything Truth does is gold. Everything he does.
Like we said
He even
before,
did this.
he's the goat.
He even did the Stone Cold what chant during when he was for a second. Come on.
He's
Come
great.
on.
He's great.
It was so good.
That segment leads straight into Jackson Riker taking on Damian Priest. The match was quick. Priest hits the broken arrow and then hit the lights for the win.
Yep.
And Elias attacks him from behind after the match. He grabs the guitar. Bad Bunny says, no, grabs the guitar out of Elias' hands. Elias tries to throw a punch. Bad Bunny threw a punch at Elias. He did.
And it was a hell of a punch,
it was a
too,
hell
man.
Of a punch.
It didn't look like he was throwing out. He was putting everything behind it. It was, I popped just for him punching. Honestly,
oh man, Bad Bunny's involved.
It's on.
Match at Mania. Here's why. He does that. Priest does hit the lights on Elias. John Morrison comes out and is like applauding. You know, John Morrison with his 80s looking hair.
Fucking hair.
And
oh,
that
Jesus.
gives enough distraction for Miz to hit Bad Bunny in the back with the guitar. Guitar did not break, which protecting Bad Bunny, very smart. Because you can't legitimately, all your might, smack a guitar over a rapper's back who doesn't have a lot of experience. I mean, you could. They used to do it all the time back in the day. But PG era, they're not going to.
Right. Have you ever read about the Jackass guys when they went on to wrestle and shit? Well, they didn't wrestle.
I remember them being like the hosts of Raw, like one time.
Yeah, that's what it was. But like Steve-O was like on record as saying like, I've never had my ass kicked worse than when I was on WWE. So like, no, this shit is like, yeah, you're right. They wouldn't have done that. But I mean, Steve-O and the Jackass guys, they were like, yeah, that's what we're about. Fucking hurt us and shit. You know, do whatever.
And then
like, yeah, no, I hear you. Bad like, Bunny.
That
go ahead, sorry.
The Jackass guys make sense. But then if you think back to a few years ago, Kevin Owens powerbombing Machine Gun Kelly through a table off the stage. Which, by the way, cool spot. I love Machine Gun Kelly. So seeing that was dope. And I was like, wow, he took it. Champ.
Damn, I didn't know about that. That's pretty crazy.
YouTube honestly. That. YouTube that. After this, YouTube it. That's your homework for tonight, Kevin. You gotta YouTube it. You can't do it on stream, though, because, like, copyright stuff. But, like...
There's probably a Bills game on or something that I'm more worried about.
At 1 in the morning? You're insane.
Bills Mafia, what can I say?
I'll even send it to you. I'll make your life easy. I'll send it to you.
Blue cheese is better.
So he hits him in the back with the guitar, and then Miz runs away. So this is obviously setting up for Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison, at least. Or Bad Bunny taking on Miz, but that's probably not going to happen. So Damian Priest and Miz... Yeah. Or Damian Priest and Bad Bunny taking on Miz and Morrison. There we go. My God.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, that would give Bad Bunny another, what, about a month, a little less than a month?
A little over a month.
To get ready.
About a month, a little less than, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he's, like I said, I mean, sure, only seen him, like, take a little bump. I mean, I wouldn't call that a little bump, I guess, but, you know, the bump with the guitar and a little bit tonight, and then, you know, throwing that punch. I mean, he didn't look out of place. You know what I mean? Like, he looked like he belonged there.
He's trying.
Yeah.
Also, Kyle can really tweet and not join. Rude. Sorry, I get the show tweet notifications sent to my phone.
Oh.
But Kyle just like responded to somebody, and I was like, wow, he didn't even. I don't know. I know he didn't watch Raw, but like he ain't gonna even pop in. Rude. Kyle's fake. Sure. Kyle's fake. After that match, we get an interview with mainly MVP, but Bobby Lashley's there too. MVP's pissed. He's like, I'll be damned if Sheamus thinks he can blindside Bobby Lashley and think he can like weasel his way in here. The same thing is gonna happen to Sheamus tonight. That's gonna happen to Drew at Mania. Which, are you sensing a theme in what they're saying to each other? What I'm gonna do to you tonight is what's gonna happen to this person at Mania or at Fastlane. We get it. You're all in the same picture. But that line itself was said like 3 different times tonight.
I know. They're really, I mean, Mania. I mean, I get it. I get it to a certain extent with Mania because it's like, Mania is like the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Mania event caliber match, Kev. You can't forget.
That was fucking terrible. I hear you. I mean, like, I hear you. I don't mean like that. What I mean is like hyping that show, not necessarily like saying stupid shit like that all the time just because it's Mania season, but like, we can't wait to see them at Mania, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to happen at Mania. This is how I'm going to, fucking make you puke blood at Mania, whatever. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into that, but yeah, not like this is like WrestleMania. Commentators being all fucking stupid like that is not cool.
So you said puke blood, which leads right into the next segment because I already talked about Shane and Braun. You're killing it with the transitions, Kev. I'm so proud of you.
That was totally accidental.
I know it was, and I'm still very proud of you.
Holy shit.
So that we get an Alexa's Playground segment next. I don't know what Kyle's talking about. She's basically talking to the Fiend, but it's like an imaginary chair, or it's the invisible person on the swing. An empty swing. Jesus, I got there somehow. We got there, guys. Oh my God. It's been a long night. Basically saying, well,
you got this.
Their next game we're going to play is the game of truth through inflicting pain. Randy, you want me out of your life. You're going to have to take me out of it. Fastlane is your chance. Now, we're going to go straight to the Randy Orton interview that happens before the main event. And Randy's response to Alexa's challenge.
Oh my God.
Alexa dared me to kick her out of my life. That's exactly what I am going to do.
Oh my God.
Randy's gonna punt Alexa. The Fiend's gonna show up. All hell's gonna break loose, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right to set up the, the Randy Fiend match at Mania.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm about it. Bring it on. I still think they're totally hitting with all the Bliss and Fiend stuff and Randy stuff right now. Give me more of it,
I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen when Fiend comes back.
Yeah.
And when we get crowds back.
Oh my God.
Because, well, I mean, Mania itself, we're getting crowds. I like that they're still trying to figure that out. Also, random tangent. I hate that I've done so many of these tonight. But apparently Vince is like just now finalizing the card for Mania. And that's very much unlike him. Mania's less than a month away.
Yeah.
And like the fact that
I heard that too.
That's insane. And they're not even sure about like how many people and like both days, which is why they haven't put tickets on sale yet. Which is why they said that a few times.
All sorts of rumors about like how many people are gonna be in.
Exactly.
Like, so who knows? Who fucking knows? I've heard all the way up to like they're fighting to let 50,000 people in.
I saw 4,500. Okay.
Yeah. Like whatever. Who knows?
I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Following Alexa's Playground, to backtrack a little bit, we got Asuka taking on Shayna Baszler. Asuka, right off the bat, was like, I ain't messing with anybody tonight. Attacks Shayna before the match. Nia tries to get involved and help. Beats up Nia Jax.
Yep.
The match itself was quick.
Yep.
There was a lot of counters between the Asuka lock and the Karafuda clutch. Shayna locks in the Karafuda clutch. Asuka does what Kairi Sane did to win the belt back in NXT is just continued the roll and pinned Shayna, but Shayna didn't let go after the pin. She held it on for another few seconds, and she tries to kick Asuka in the mouth again. Asuka catches her leg. This is where Asuka pops the hell off. She's slamming Shayna's face into the turnbuckle. She rips the turnbuckle off and rips Shayna's mouth guard out of her mouth and wants to basically curb stomp her legitimately into the exposed turnbuckle. And
this was vicious.
This was insane, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And it literally took the
I
ref
was into it too
to stop it. He came in between Shayna and the turnbuckle and was like, "No, we're done." So, are we getting bad Asuka, the one that everyone has been wanting?
I'd be into it.
Good.
I feel like it could go that way. Absolutely, after shit like this, and especially after what's been going on. I feel like when she was on Alexa's Playground and all that shit, and she's trying to play nice, and that kind of didn't work out for her. You know what I mean? And then she's trying to play nice with Charlotte. That didn't really work out for her, And she's like, well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, George Bush is going to get fooled again, so.
You brought up the Alexa's Playground stuff. Brings up a good point. Alexa put the mandible claw on Asuka. And if we know what happens when the Fiend does it, X person turns into former version of themselves. Daniel Bryan came back, short hair, no beard. What were the other ones? I can't even remember off the top of my head now. Alexa literally became Twisted Bliss.
Randy, did he get the?
Well, I mean, Randy's is the most different one, I guess, because he's always been an asshole, so you can't really change that.
Well, what I'm saying is that did he have the mandible claw put on him?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Cough it out.
Sure.
Cough it out, Kev.
Hang on.
Mute yourself. Continue. Keep coughing. I'm gonna keep talking. So maybe Braun. Yes, thank you, Justin. Maybe we're gonna get.
Sorry about that.
What was Asuka's name before WWE? Kana?
Yeah, I think that's what people say. I don't know for sure.
I just don't know how to pronounce it, which is why I was uncertain about saying it.
Oh, gotcha.
So maybe that's the version of Asuka we're getting finally. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, because people thought that was what was going to happen when she tagged with Kairi Sane and shit, and she was spitting the green mist all over people.
But I mean, this is after Alexa apply the mandible claw to her. It might have just taken time to build. I mean, a lot of people, when that happens, they go away. So it makes sense. I don't know if that's where they're leading, but that's where a lot of people want them to lead with it. And we're going to go straight into the United States Championship match. So Riddle taking on Mustafa Ali.
Stoner champ.
This match, banger.
Oh, it was great.
Can you stop choking?
I'm trying not to. The thing is that I feel fine, and then it comes on when I start to try and fucking say something. That's what's pissing me off. So I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm struggling here.
Yeah, you're struggling a lot, like always.
Yep.
So match happens. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Ali is great. Riddle is also great.
Stoner champ.
The ending of the match, Riddle rolls up Ali. T-Bar gets up on the apron trying to distract the ref. Ali reverses it, so he's rolling up Riddle. T-Bar takes too long to get off the apron. Ref turns back. Riddle reverses the reverse and hits the Broderick, and Riddle wins.
Yes.
So,
Stoner.
I have a feeling we might get. We're probably not going to get this at Fastlane because they would have said something tonight, I'm assuming. But I really want this match again.
Oh yeah.
At Mania, and have Ali win the title.
Well,
what?
I still want the Stoner champ, but I could see these guys could put on a hell of a I want to call out Justin in the chat. Not a push, a cush. That's dope as fuck. But no, I hear you. I think Ali deserves some shine though too. So like this is my feels are that I like Matt Riddle a lot because he resonates with me. But if I'm like gonna take myself out of the feels, yeah, Ali totally deserves to have a cool moment like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got, the short end of the stick a couple years ago, and I feel bad for the dude, honestly, because he was going to be pushed to the fucking moon, and he got hurt. I mean, it happens. It sucks, but yes, get that dude a belt. He deserves it. And I'd love to see it.
Yeah. And like I said, it might lead to Mania. It might not. I don't know. But right before the main event, we get Drew McIntyre coming out of the ring, saying that he's paying attention to the little details. MVP said he's going to, what's the actual word I wrote down? Guarantee. That's what I wrote. Good job, Katie. Yeah. MVP made a guarantee about Lashley beating Drew at Mania, and Drew says, well, I guarantee that Sheamus and I are going to beat the hell out of each other at Fastlane. And he said, well, I'm just going to sit out here and watch and see what Lashley and Sheamus do. And that prompts both men to come out. We have the main event. Hard-hitting, ridiculous, amazing match. Not surprising because, like we said in the beginning of this podcast an hour ago, these guys are like the workhorses on Raw right now.
Oh yeah. And
it took
two of the best guys in the world of wrestling, not just WWE. Like they're, they would main event anywhere probably, so.
Probably. I mean, this match itself was great. It took so Sheamus goes for the brogue kick, and Lashley hits a spear out of midair.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
Oh, that spot was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And so Lashley wins. He's a stare down with Drew, who gets up on the apron. Lashley applies the hurt lock on Sheamus for a few seconds, and then it kind of just drops him. Stare down continues. Sheamus kind of rolls into MVP, and that causes MVP to look down and Lashley to look away for a second. He looks back, eats a Claymore from Drew McIntyre, and we basically end Raw. Well, we do end Raw with Sheamus and Drew kind of looking at each other and Lashley on the outside.
Man, that whole picture is so dope.
It's stacked.
That's what I mean. Raw is worth it just to see what the fuck is going on with those dudes, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? Most of the rest of it, Raw, it's I like Matt Riddle for my personal reasons, but I can understand why you're that's dumb. What else is going on there? The Asuka stuff is compelling right now. That could be really good. Plus, Asuka is fucking dope. But we'll have I feel like we have to see where that's going.
We do.
But where are the New Day and fucking Hurt Business gonna just keep trading the belts back and forth? With Retribution getting a match every once in a while that they'll never fucking win.
Party.
Yeah, like there's no compelling shit going on.
It should be Lashley, Miz, McIntyre, and Sheamus at Mania, says Savannah.
I mean, I could see it. Why not? Fuck it.
I'd be down. That'd be cool.
I would absolutely be down for the Ashley McIntyre and Sheamus. That would be dope.
There we go.
Am I
God damn it. Kevin? It's like clockwork. Kevin?
I'm here.
Hello? Okay.
Yo.
I can hear you. I can't see you. Jesus Christ. Alright. I'm just gonna end the video. Whether Kevin can hear me or not. Thank you guys so much for watching the Raw Recap. Again, please don't head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDown Podcast. Okay, he's back. Maybe. Kevin? Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. Again, youtube.com/SmackDown Podcast.
Yeah, I'm here.
Jesus
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Alright, oh my god. This is insane.
Am I here?
Yeah,
Am I here? Am I back?
Kind of. I'm ending the video anyways. Just say bye to the people, Kevin.
Oh, bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Have a nice evening. Bye.